Hello， 大家好，欢迎收看这一期的求学梦，我是萱萱。现在呢，很多房地产开发商啊，他们不满足于仅仅的开发楼盘，而是呢，把对人们的关怀融入到这个开发的理念中，推动城市的发展。那今天我们故事的主人公呢，就是一位非常有名的华裔房地产开发商，他叫陈嘉汶。大家都知道呢，在我们洛杉矶有一条非常著名、非常繁华的一个艺术区，叫做 Art District。那陈嘉汶呢，就在这个艺术区中新建了一个前所未有的多功能中心——仰韶中心。那今天的节目中呢，我们就一起去见证一下这个备受瞩目的一个建筑项目。
大家好，我是雨琦。在洛杉矶的艺术区，一位华裔地产开发人破土动工，修建前所未有的多功能中心 Arts District Center 仰韶中心，让城市旧貌换新颜，改变城市的天际线。今天我带大家和我一起相约地产开发人 Kevin Chen。Look at this amazing view. It is such a blessing to be able to work here.
It is. We're on 24th floor in downtown Los Angeles, looking at the freeway and all the high-rise.
With your two most recent projects, you're changing the skyline of one of the most exciting cities in the whole world.
Well, what we try to do is to create something remarkable, and also now we have one project going on in the Art District, and that project took us many years from acquisition in 2008 to complete entitlement in 2020.
I ask myself this question all the time. Why do I love LA as a city so much? I've been living here for more than 10 years, but with each year, I feel like I fall in love with the city more. And I ask myself this question, why? And then I think up until recently, I got the answer. Well, I came up with a lot of answers, but I think this is the answer that is the closest to the truth. I think because I love the people here.
We starting in this project the conceptual concept in 2008 when the market crashed, the time that we went into purchase this property, the 91,000 square foot and 1 acre lot in the heart of downtown Los Angeles Art District. And the time that was mainly warehoused industry with creative people working around here. But in the last 10 years, this area fills with capital investment.
Feels like everybody joining forces for
so,
this.
Entertainment and tech
Yes.
Coming to the Art District.
Yeah. I've never seen LA laid out as a city this way, so it's amazing to see it like this.
Right. Yes.
They say it takes a village.
Yes. Small group, big impact.
Yes.
Kevin is a visionary. When he acquired the property, this was not the arts district yet. This was the warehouse district. So this was still a place that's very industrial with a lot of railroads where there should be roads. And Kevin saw this huge potential, but the city didn't have the zoning code to let him do what he wants to do, which is to build this project. This area was still regulated to be used for industrial purposes. He started working through the city system with the city's planning department, with the elected officials, to try to build goodwill to allow them to change the zoning. Because as part of this process, you need to build the goodwill in the neighborhood. So he personally visited more than 300 of his neighbors to show them and advocate for his project, to tell them what his vision is, why it's a good idea. So it's very unique
Right.
As someone who's represented, and entitled more than 75 major projects in the city, I can tell you that number one, as a Chinese American, it's very rare for him to take on this undertaking, and then for him to do it so well is also very special.
A lot of pain that we had to go through. Entitlement is one of the stage. Another component is very important, that when you get entitlement, then you need to get finance on board.
A lot of projects in downtown Los Angeles are a box and a restaurant, and that's about it. And so for me, my background, having seen so many projects, and then being presented with Kevin's, I was just immediately really personally drawn to making sure that we get this financed.
Important that we had our EP5 Regional Center set up in 2014. 他可以讲中文，
讲中文。我们做这个 EP5 呢，现在最近就是3月22号开始了，有一个 reform 项目中心呢，他们要求的是很严格，对于那个投资人来说呢，是有一个安全的保障，因为我们项目是有计划的，已经计划了很多年。
一个变改就是从以前的50万 per family， 在这个 TEA target employment area。 到现在的80万，从non TEA 的地方，以前是80万，现在是105万。每一年呢，在美国有1万个名额，我们可以 bring in 208个名额。The Art District over here, from First Street to 7th Street, half square mile is $6 billion investment concentrate in the art district.
That's unbelievable.
And 30 plus new development is going on.
Art district is definitely popping. The Arts District Co-op was a landmark, which was also created by you in 2014. And then ADC is going to be an elevated version of that.
Well, it's much bigger than the co-op. In the future, we have a much bigger audience, and also tastemakers, artists, creators all coming to this building. Everyone is welcome here.
The world famous angel wing wall.
The first one in the art district, and now probably the one of the most Instagram locations around the world. There's a property side, and we are going to develop the 12-story, 175 feet above grade and 42 feet below grade for parking and amenities. So this whole 540,000 square foot of a mixed-use hotel called the Art District Hotel, and have 129 condos for artists living, and we also have over 80,000 square foot of commercial space, including one of the most iconic architecture called the Usmo. Is on the 3rd level, is the multifunction museum and art gallery, and our hotel check-in would be on the 3rd floor as well too. The first 2 floors would be all commercial restaurants and retail. And on the rooftop, we have a private club for about an acre, one of the largest rooftop clubhouse in Los Angeles.
You're the first generation immigrant, I would say, who came to the United States to study hospitality in the 70s.
70s.
Wow.
That was a student visa.
We've all been there. I've been there.
F1. Someday you have some dreams you want to be completed, right? Before you close the last chapter of your career.
Yeah.
You said, I want to do something different. As if this hotel is a jewel of your project. If you don't know how to shine this jewel, that project is only a piece of art, because hotel is very solid, day-by-day work. There's no gimmicks. After pandemic, the pattern of the hotel become too different. The guest is different now.
Yes. And people's mindset is different.
people's mindset is different. We say, hey, this is one of the lifetime challenge. Let's take the challenge. We don't change the core, which is the operation. Every step of the way, we have to adjust. There's a market, there's a young generation, there's an old grandpa comes in, old grandpa with a grandson. Grandson wants to stay here. Grandpa says they want to go to the other hotel in the downtown. So all the challenges we have to consider to make the hotel a success. End of the day, it's a business. Kevin has a view. 10 years ago, he landed here and he held on for 10 years. To refuse all the offers, attractions, right?
我们中国人常说的10年磨一剑 ，This is more than 10 years.
10年磨一剑
Yeah.
没有错。
My involvement is Chinese community and helping businesses protect their dream and protect what they build. Working with Kevin has been definitely, enlightened me on how big a dream can be. We want to make sure all aspects of the Asian community is seen and really blurring the line of this ethnicity versus that ethnicity because we're all just human.
Living here for so many years, I want to bring my value to the city, to add to the city. But at the same time, I feel like neighborhood like Arts District, it pushes me to grow.
Yes, I think with this project you will see it has elements from all over the world. It's not just regionally, it's not just the Chinese American, it's really inclusive for all the community here to use.
Look at EDC, it's like the heart of that whole neighborhood.
Yes, absolutely. In the last few years, more concentrate developments on the north part of our district, and now is in the center, and also the south part.
What does the red and green mean?
The red is the existing development in the Arts District. So all of that has already been built out, and the green is what will be coming down the pipeline or is already pending before the city.
Right. Jeremy multitasking.
Doing my best.
Art district.
Yeah. When I first realized Art District was popping was when my friend was asking me out to have dinner here, and then I realized some of my friends, they moved their studio, art studio here, and then they asked me to hang out here. I was like, oh, Mateo, Arts District, this area is really alive.
I think, what makes the Arts District so special, why this half square mile has so much development and investment going on, is because of what art represents. So no matter where people sit in society, whether they're no matter their wealth, whether they're at the top or at the bottom, art gives you this opportunity to engage with culture. So if you were like those people who were in the original Arts District back when it was the warehouse district, and they were living 10 people to one unit, but the fact that they were able to create art garnered a lot of respect and appreciation from their peers and patrons. And it just gives people this sense of belonging and coolness. And I think no matter where we are in life, socially or whatever, that being able to feel a little bit cool, being respected, is what everyone kind of desires. And Arts District Center is able to bring that all together in one location.
So this is very similar to New York, Soho, Meatpacking District in Chelsea.
Yeah.
Where I spent my youth time in Manhattan.
Yeah.
When I was in New York, living in New York for 13 years.
We have to talk about your Harvard experience.
Because of my obsess in real estate development, I would like to put art, real estate, and business together. Harvard's opened my mind. We are not just creating something just for ourselves. We want to create something for our community, bigger than ourselves.
Yeah, when you give back something to the community, it gives back to you even more. It multiplies from there.
Yeah, and just happened to be our properties right in the art district. So there would be once of lifetime for me and the team to create a landmark for the creative industry.
Yeah. Where do you usually hang out here in Arts District, other than the world famous beer brewery?
In my office.
In your office. What about you, Jeremy?
Same. Either here or 7th Street, and also along this street there's a lot of restaurant and retail opportunity.
在这个艺术区里面呢，以前当然是 warehouse， 好像我们刚刚经过这个 Honey Building， 它本来是一个中国人 owner， 是 for warehouse， 前几年就卖掉2600万，然后就现在这个 Honey 这个shopping platform company moving here， and PayPal 在19年spend $4.3 billion 买了这个公司。
I'm slowly connecting the dots of every place that I've ever been in this neighborhood.
等一下你会经过一个 big parking lot that will be for the movie studios coming in, Apple, Hulu, Amazon, all the creative, 还有那个Disney Plus. Yeah, all coming to our district. The city started planning this bridge to connect the Boyle High, East Los Angeles, to downtown Art District and go into the core downtown. It's been planning for about 10 years. Cost $588 million to finish this bridge.
We partner with Liang Museum for the residence program for artists and curators. And that is one of the very unusual partnership with public and private entity together.
Yeah.
We expect probably will be finished in the same time, end of 2025 or 2026. Yeah, that would be perfect timing for Los Angeles.
Yes, because the Olympic and everything.
Yeah.
You know, standing here with you, with this view, I fall in love with the city one more time, and I feel truly blessed. And it almost feels surreal, you know, with the color that, I don't know what it is. Maybe the white, the green, the red. It's just so striking, and my eyes are just filled with light right now.
The reason we're here because Art District Center Development also has this honor to work with Liang Museum as a partner in our residential program for artists.
You know, when I was standing at that landmark just now, coming here, and I almost couldn't believe it, having living here for so many years, I didn't truly appreciate why that spot was so popular. But just now, I came to this realization that, you know, it was truly amazing. From every single angle, it looks different, and people from all walks of life come here to
have a memory.
Yes.
Yes. So when we are creating the Art District Center, and art is a big component in the design. We want everyone to come to the Art District Center to feel like you are indulged in the living work of art.
And I was also thinking, with ADC, it's not just the relationship, it's not just the network that is going to happen after the construction is completed. It's the network, it's the relationship that you're building right now with, you know, your team, and also with LACMA.
When we had this chance sit down together with the LACMA Museum CEO, Michael Gavin, in our office, and immediately that we have this idea that how about we creating the hub for local and international artists to live and work in here.
Right.
And we also have this program for low-income artists, affordable housing for artists. LACMA would be a perfect partner in the future to able to curate the program with us, and also most important that the Art Foundation for the Art District Foundation for the future to empower young emerging artists.
可以说呢，仰韶中心的整个新建过程呢，挑动着洛杉矶的脉搏。那如果这个中心最终建成之后啊，必定会大幅度的这个促进经济、文化等多方面的产业交流。那在节目的最后呢，我们也衷心的祝福陈嘉汶和他的团队，期待仰韶中心的最终建成。好了，那今天的节目就到这里，我们下周再会。